All right, so I host a podcast for United Women in Faith, and recently we held a segment on the sandwich generation. You may know that the sandwich generation refers to people who have the responsibility of caring for parents or grandparents while simultaneously caring for their children. The conversation geared to the ways that life prepares us for life. So experiences that we have in one phase of our life prepares us for experiences that we may have later or experiences that people in our life may go through. As part of that conversation, I interviewed a woman named Kathy Stone, and Kathy runs a children's center. She said something so profound and so searing, I'm so excited to share it with you, I can barely contain. And talking about the pain that she experienced as a child and the ways in which her pain was used to help hurting children, she shared that no hurt or no pain is ever wasted. And let me tell you, in that minute, it put me completely on my heels. I felt something within me stir. In that moment, I instantly felt validated. I felt seen. And one of the things that resonated with me so profoundly is that sometimes you can go through traumatic events in life and you can feel like, oh my gosh, this is all that there ever is. I suspect that people who have experienced deep pain or traumatic events may have felt seen and validated when they heard what Kathy said. People who have experienced a lot can resonate with this sentiment that no pain is ever hurt or wasted, because sometimes you think, well, what was this for? Why did I have to endure this? What possible good could come from this situation? I'll have to tell you that I recall years ago as a younger mom, I was going through a custody battle with my son, and my son lived with his father. And I was in the Columbus, Ohio area, and they were in Indianapolis. And so 3 weekends out of the month, I would load up my car and I would go to Indianapolis to see my son. And it was so painful because here I am, a mother with one child, but my child was not physically with me every day. And so I would get in my car, I didn't have much money, and I would drive 3 hours away. And sometimes I would cry the entire way there, and I would cry the entire way back. And I just felt like my life was torture. But I also felt like there was no possible way that good could come from the situation. I felt like the life that I had then was destined to be my fate, that there would be no joy, there would be no happiness, there would be no hope for a future that looked different. What I have learned after experiencing a ton of life, not just that situation, but other experiences, is exactly what Kathy Stone has said. No pain or no hurt is ever wasted. Having gone through that experience, I can now confidently speak to anyone who's in a custody situation or a traumatic blended family situation, and I can offer hope, not based on what I think, but based on what I know. But I can also assure people that just because you are in a devastating moment doesn't mean that that devastating moment will not end. Today, I have another child. I'm fortunate to be able to raise her and to have a wonderful co-parenting relationship with her father. I'm able to take her to school, to be active in her life, and to show up for her in ways that I simply could not have done earlier. And so I offer what Kathy Stone shared with me and my United Women in Faith Talks audience, that no hurt or no pain is ever wasted. Maybe you're listening to this today and you find yourself in the darkest of moments. Maybe you find yourself in the deepest pits imaginable, and you're sitting and you're saying, yes, I hear you, I want to believe you, but is it really possible? What I offer to you is that it's more than possible. I hope that you will do your best to hold on to God. I hope that you will do your best to hold on to hope. And I hope that you will see me and other people like me as encouragement that if it can happen to me, it can happen to you as well. But more importantly, I want you to know that at some point as you navigate this painful situation, I want you to remember that you are someplace in the future looking better than you do today. My pastor from college, Bishop Gregory Paris, used to share that statement. You are somewhere in the future looking better than you do today. And I want you to know that regardless of the trial that you face, there is a way that that trial can be used in your future to not only help your future self, but to help the other people who have yet to come into your life. With that, please remember that no hurt and no pain is ever wasted.